All right, let's jump in. Let's go take a look at boss. Oh, they have a good quarterback. Ooh, I bet Terry's their slot receiver too. Tight end. I don't see how their offense is a 71. Decent CBs. Ooh, is that a true freshman? Oh, we're closer than what it looks. We can go complete opposite.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Schumann Stadium in Muncie, Indiana, home to the Ball State Cardinals. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on another team from the MAC, the Ball State Cardinals. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Cardinals will kick it away first. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Kent State's offense comes onto the field first today. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Right on the money. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Ball State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week.
Turning it on!
Not our weakness.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going...
And they will score. Touchdown, Ball State.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box, the play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner will field it and bring it back. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Simmons. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pushes
And I
ahead
just
for a couple,
subbed him
they'll
out
mark it at the
too.
33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Golden Flashes have their offense in high gear. They'll try to pop the draw. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
There's Hoffman.
Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Caught over the middle. It's Hoffman. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Wants to go up top on first down.
Oh.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the
That's
drive.
not good.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Don't see him usually throw interceptions this late this season. That's what, his 5th on the season?
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That hole closed quickly. A pickup of 1 to the 15. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got his man. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
I bet
They'll
as soon
snap
as
it
I'm
from the
blitzing
25
now,
here on first down.
it's going to be an
And after
option.
that long
Quarterback
completion
run.
for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
To the wideout. Gain of 18. And that's good enough for a first down.
I mean, David's coming along pretty good this back half of the season.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hoffman. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. That brings us to the close of the quarter, and Ball State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll run the screen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The golden flashes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now they'll run the draw. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Punts it out of the air. He's brought down right at the 13-yard
God, I hate
line.
these type of
Still
field
a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Trying play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Terry. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Looking to throw, it's Robbins. He's got his man, makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got a man, it's Reynolds. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Now the play fake. Rushes on him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Simmons. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Simmons. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the golden flashes getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The golden flashes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Finds a spot in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And it's right down the boulevard. That brings them to within 1.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw. It's Robbins. It's complete. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. hang around Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, what a scene there in Muncie. What a fine performance we've seen. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Schumann Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the golden flashes. We'll kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The Cardinals in the hurry up. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Robbins. Trying to set up the screen.
You don't see that
And
often.
he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Cardinals will punt it away on fourth down.
To kick it away.
Looks it all the way in, and
go
now
Prince.
turns his attention upfield.
Oh,
Wide open, and
Oh,
it's a
my
foot race. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Using the quick game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Works the middle of the field. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
It's now 2nd and goal.
They've stalled out a bit in the red zone. Just a couple of field goals on 3 previous trips. Now to get it in on 2nd and goal. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line, set up in such good position.
Pressure coming.
did he throw another
Inside
interception?
the 20, and they snuff out the threat. return.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
14, Kent State, 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. Running
True
wide
freshman.
open down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown,
All right, that's what we
golden
needed.
flashes.
Yeah, and listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
They
All right,
got the
can we tie this
touchdown,
up?
but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He gets into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion ties the game.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Take this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Quick release on the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking for a man. It's Robbins. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 33.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Feels good to get an interception.
And he makes a play in the
Remember last
back
time we
end.
got
Nice
one.
job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll try the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Brings it down on the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Good enough for a first down.
The Golden Flashes will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. And the Golden Flashes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's good enough.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
They go to the draw. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
At the 14-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
By the receiver.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Under fire. And the heat gets
sacked
there.
us
And they
5
get him down at the 14-yard line. So here we are
like
on
10
4th down,
sacks.
and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They have taken the lead here in the 4th. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
They'll run play action. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. Wants to return it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoffman. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hoffman.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Golden Flashes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass.
A third
And it's
interception.
intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
That hit
He
the
managed
ground,
a
though?
few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Oh, I think he just threw it behind. Oh, it just goes through the hands. No, it didn't even. Yeah, it was just too far away. That's heartbreaking.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
It's complete to the right. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. To throw, it's Robbins. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for
thrown-
getting to the
he's thrown
quarterback.
5
What a great
interceptions
job
in
throughout
8
his
games,
career.
so today he
Getting
has
there,
3.
getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The offense likely to lead on the run to milk this clock. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Hoffman. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Golden Flashes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and
let's
that
get out
ought
of
to
here
do
with
it.
a
They
win.
ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Happy with the situation, the
close to it.
quarterback will take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I still can't believe it was that many interceptions. Also took 6 sacks. Not really much I can do in this battle. Oh, I didn't want to take him off. I meant to take his points off. Uh-oh. Tight end, tight end, tight end. Alright, so that's the big game of the season right there. How are we ranked 11th? We've played no one. I mean, we've had close games against Bowling Green last week. Cincinnati. Take a look at our season stats. He's at 7 interceptions now. Ugh. Martin's he's been just so hurt this whole year. I don't think he's gonna make it. Hoffman will have 1,000 yards. Kind of crazy. He has 4 touchdowns already. Who are we going against? Northern Illinois. Oh. Alright, let's get this.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to DeKalb, Illinois, and home to the Northern Illinois Huskies. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Northern Illinois Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Golden Flashes will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense will have first crack at this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Looking for a man. It's Bowen. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man to the left. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Northern Illinois right back to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just...
Gonna let it fly. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
That was a
He
touchdown
misses
right there.
his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
To the air on second down. Fires to the right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Lets it go to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Flashes offense has the ball for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going.
I think I gotta
It's
put
got to
him
be a team effort, because then he can really be at his best.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Grabbed on the outside, it's Harris. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Back to pass on second down. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all.
I think sometimes offensively you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? New set of downs after the completion. They try to pop a run on the draw. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hoffman. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Hoffman. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice 3rd down conversion, and now set up 1st and goal. This offense has a chance to really make a statement.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State. Fitted in the window for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Oh, look at the doggy.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Northern Illinois right back to the line.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Bowen. Unloads to the wideout. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Now on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hoffman. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Simmons. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
First down for the offense.
The Golden Flashes will snap it on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You can flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
14, Northern Illinois, 3.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking to throw, it's Bowen. Makes the grab. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this.
Oh, he's got some space. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Running into the open
a lot of
space.
tackles today.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Going to sling it on second down. Finds a man on the left. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Russo. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Makes the grab on the left.
Damn!
Nice move there. And they'll stop him about...
Holy. My team is like missing every tackle today. Like 1, 2, 3.
yards short of the first.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Under fire. And he sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the golden flashes are on the move. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
That's caught. It's Harris. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Works the middle. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Golden Flashes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Nice move there. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Golden Flashes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Setting up the screen.
That block.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kent State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Alabama has a lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Tennessee. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dropping back, it's Bowen. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Northern Illinois right back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Punt is on its way. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This guy's been around a while, and in his junior season showing complete command of the offense. He's guided his offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
This time he's got it. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
This guy is lightning fast. You see him come out of the break on the slant. QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
The Golden Flashes will have it 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off play action. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like you've got a great scene there today in DeKalb. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Husky Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hoffman. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Makes the catch. It's Simmons. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. And the Golden Flashes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The Golden Flashes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Hoffman. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Golden Flashes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire.
Oh, wide
He's
open.
got it on the run. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Here's the handoff. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it in the middle. It's Russo. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Bowen. Makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
field. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Gonna look downfield again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They've got the screen set up. Shakes off the defender. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Here's a heat. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw. It's Bowen. Gets it out quickly.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Working that left side now. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Number 17 sets a kickoff.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This should be the last play of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Hey, stop.
The Golden Flashes will call on their punt team. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Back to pass, it's Bowen. They're working that left side. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Deep breath, right, man. You fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be fourth down and decision time.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up fourth.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Golden Flashes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give and tick, 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 tick. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Turning it on. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents, start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Harris so close to 100-yard. Comes our toughest game of the season next week. All right, let's go. Oh, our brand exposure is no longer a D-. I should not be ranked 9. We played no one. It's like when Hawaii went undefeated. What is... Alright, but he's coming this week, right? Right? Oh, he's already came. And we might lose that free safety. Alright. Ooh, look at this tight end. 85 speed as a freshman, almost 80 catching. Oh, shit. Dude, these two I could run a double tight end playbook. I just gotta hope my quarterback stays for next year. Like, winner of this basically takes the MAC. Oh, we've thrown 300. Damn, out of 300 pass attempts, this man has only missed 55 passes. That's insane. Hoffman would probably get his 1,000 yards next game. But we also spread the ball. Alright, that's it for me today. We'll finish the regular season next time I stream.